Let's speak to Robert Nisbet, who is with some fans on the Walk of Fame, where his star has attracted many hundreds, thousands of people over the last 12 days. Robert, tell us what it's like where you are.
You're right, Kate. This has become a focal point, just as the Staples Center has where you are, and also Forest Lawn, where Greg is. As soon as Michael Jackson died, the news came out. People came to this star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This is where Michael Jackson is commemorated along this strip. And just to people who don't know Los Angeles, don't know Hollywood very well, this is really where it all happens. This is where the Oscars take place, and where really what in effect is the world's dream factory remembers its leading players, and Michael Jackson certainly was one of those. So people who haven't got tickets, who may have applied online but didn't get in, have been crowding around the star throughout the day. There are a lot of police around trying to make sure that the pavement isn't entirely blocked, and here you can see some balloons and some soft toys and various memorials and gifts left here for Michael Jackson to remember him. Some balloons just being tied to the crash barriers there. So let's talk to some of the people who are gathered, some of whom I would hazard a guess probably weren't alive when Thriller came out.
Oh, I was alive.
Oh, you were? Oh, well, there you go. I've just flattered you. What was it about Michael Jackson then?
You know, I live in Israel, and I come from a city and a country dealing with conflict, and Michael Jackson was someone who sang about equality, and doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, we're all one people. And I think Michael Jackson was the first concert I ever went to, and it meant so much to me and to the people in my country, my family. He was a rock star. People can say what they want about him, and yes, he was surrounded by controversy, but he was an amazing performer, and I think that at the end of the day, that's how people are going to remember him.
But people did say terrible things about him. Is it hard to remember with affection someone who had so much rumor and speculation circulating around him?
Yeah, I think it is, but you've just got to remember the good with the bad, and the damage was kind of done for him, but it was never proven that anything, you know, all the things were dropped, so accusations against him, but...
We have Israel represented. You're obviously from Australia.
Yeah.
Okay, were you just on holiday here? Or
yeah, and it's really unfortunate that such a small minority of people are actually allowed at the Staples Center. I think it would have been better if they could have had it somewhere where a lot more people would have been able to go and pay their respects to him.
Thanks, guys. Moving down the road, if I can talk to you. I mean, okay, you weren't born when Thriller was out. Okay, right, okay, I got that bit right. But I mean, what is it about Michael Jackson, you know, that has attracted, I think it's a generational issue, that people your age right up to, you know, your parents and beyond?
Yeah, I think that he was a great performer, and he had music that really was good to listen to for all kinds of people, young and old, and that ability to perform and his, like the way that he drew people in, really that's why he was really so popular.
And I think it's fair if I could talk to you as well, you know, about kind of inspiration and how he inspired other artists.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't alive when he was big, but I know from everyone that I hear, like, he revolutionized music videos with Thriller. And while he did have a lot of controversy, like, he still had so many big songs and stuff. It's huge in all different ways.
Fantastic. Very good answer. Let's bring you in, sir. You've been here all morning, I know. A big fan of Michael Jackson?
Both, Michael and Janet.
Okay, and do you live locally?
I live in Needles, California.
So what is it about Michael Jackson? Then explain. We've heard some of people maybe slightly younger than you. You may have been around when some of the big albums were out.
Yeah, I was born in '82, and I used to sing Thriller in my baby crib, and I still sing it to today.
Now, what is it about the devotion of Jackson fans? I've been covering Michael Jackson stories for a long time, and I have never met fans as devoted. What is it specifically about Michael Jackson's personality that attracted such devotion in his fans?
I think it's more, I wouldn't call it to the lyrics. You just become a part of it, you connect with it, and it makes one big family.
And did you connect with the man maybe because he was also vulnerable as well? You know, that there was a vulnerability about him?
The vulnerability, I can't say what he was feeling, but from what I felt from it, I think he showed his best on stage, connected well on stage, and they said he always did his best. And I saw a recent interview, and he said that he was always himself, and he took everything that he had and put it on stage and gave us a good show.
Okay, thank you very much indeed for sharing your thoughts. So that's just some of the reaction from the people here who didn't manage to get tickets. Back to you, Kate.